Namaste. Welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my Tarot Card of the Year series. And today I am going to begin with the Temperance card reading. I have had something to throw me off this morning, so I'm just going to take a few minutes and light a candle and respond to Sarah's question, and then I will get going. It's funny, isn't it, how life sometimes throws us these little ringers, and I know everything can be taken care of. Just need to take a moment. Okay. I was so happy with how all of the readings went yesterday. I'm very pleased with the deck that I've decided to work with this year and the way it is responding to me. It was just such a delight to do the readings. So welcome back. And if you are interested in joining this channel, I do have one or two possibly videos on my channel. So if you go to my channel page and you search in the video searches membership, you'll find those two videos. But in a nutshell, it is a lot easier to join the channel, and it's a join button you're looking for on a computer than it is on an iPad. And sometimes it doesn't even show up on a phone. So the best place to be is on a computer. And I do have another window open, and I am not a member of my own channel. So if I go to my channel page, and thank you for those of you that it is not bold and brilliant, but I can show you this right now. So if I go here, share screen window, this is what my channel page looks like when I go to it. And if I zoom in here and I go down here, you'll see some of the members of my channel, and then right here there is a join button. And if I click on the join button, there is a video of me looking rather summery, and then there are options for joining here at various levels. And the $4.99 a month gets you all the videos. And for other things like the readings that I'm doing for this series, it is at the carnelian level. So you can have a look at that. Okay, I hope that helps. And there are videos as well too. So welcome back to Clevis as well, and Amelia and Saskia. Namaste to all you regular beautiful souls who support me. Thank you so much. I have removed the Temperance card for this reading, and just as a reminder, because someone did ask me a question, why is this a hermit year and how is that determined? Well, 2025 is 2025, and 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 5 is 9. And 9 is the major arcana card. Number 9 is the Hermit. So that is how it is selected. And this spread, which I developed for this year, is available in my Facebook group, but it's not rocket science. There aren't very many notes below. It simply follows the pattern of the nautilus. And the idea here has to do with the energy of the Hermit and the fact that all of us in some capacity are going to be working in interior reflections this year. And how your card responds to that depends, of course, on what the card is. Some cards may be more comfortable with interior reflections than others. And that is what I'm trying to share. Now, also, there are 9 sections in this reading, 9 cards, trying to bring as much alignment here as possible. Because when all of that thought and preparation goes into it, everything just seems to click into place. And as it did yesterday, it was really, really lovely. So the first card goes in the center of the Nautilus, and then the second and third card, really close energy, and then we wind our way out. And this is the significator card, which in this case is Temperance. And I will do a good chunk of this reading in the next 15 minutes, and then the remainder, as well as another little goodie, will be revealed in the membership only portion, which I'll put the link up for in just a minute. Okay, so here we go. This is for Temperance. Now, Temperance made an appearance already in this series of videos. Temperance showed up in the Justice reading, which was really cool because it emphasized the nature of reciprocity and harmony and balance. And so, of course, I'm really curious if Justice is going to show up in this reading, or in what way Temperance is going to be emphasized. And there's something else I'm thinking here, and that is, turn the clinky bracelet away from the table. With Temperance, you will want to have a conscious effort to not overdo the interior work. Temperance looks for a harmony among the elements, particularly fire and water. But there's also an awareness of the balance of as above, so below, air and earth, and a general harmony and alchemy of our daily lives and our spiritual work and just everything, the food that we eat. So, I think that is a great general recommendation for Temperance, to be aware of the amount of be aware that the degree of reflective work that you are doing is balanced with your active work and other work. So that feels important to say. I'm going to shuffle one more time. Such a chunky deck. The King of Pentacles was center stage in another reading. Yes, it was. So this in itself is really interesting, and I did recreate the photos. I posted one of them on Instagram yesterday, and it was this reading. Let's see here. So in the wheel reading, this same card was center stage. Okay, so kind of interesting. And I think that this card being center here is a reminder of feet on the ground. And again, what I was intuiting earlier, not to get carried away in your obsessions with doing something right. And I know that when we learn a new practice or when we discover something that we really, really enjoy, sometimes we can take it a little bit too far. And I feel that this King of Pentacles is really, it's grounded, it's so experienced, often seen as a 78th card in the tarot. And it tells me that you've got a really good head on your shoulders and you can approach this in a number of ways. The card on the bottom of the deck for this reading is the Six of Swords. Wow, what a beautiful iteration this is. Where feels like the far shore is very close. It's very peaceful. The only thing are these sea monsters that are very close, getting away from these monsters under the beds, so to speak. And this need to find peace and harmony and stillness of mind is what is reflected on the bottom of the deck. So this is an energy that, so there may be an imbalance in thinking of the mind, of the busyness of the mind. And part of this, the theme of this tempering may very well be to still the mind. And that is why the King of Pentacles is here, because when our mind is really busy and we feel like we're on a hamster wheel all the time and we can't find peace between the thoughts, we don't sleep well or have a hard time falling asleep, it is really important to keep your feet on the ground and do as many things as you can to be in contact with the earth, to feel the weight of your body. Yeah, it's interesting combination of cards here. And yes, Perry, welcome to you as well. And this is the eve of the new moon, the black moon in Capricorn, and such a powerful time to get really clear about your intentions for this next lunation and the year ahead. How lovely is that? A 9. Nine Hermit, 9 of Pentacles. Another very closely related card in that it is a Virgo card. Virgo is the sign that rules the Hermit, and it feels that maybe this is what I was intuiting earlier, this sense of what's that expression? You know, just grounding, lying on the ground, earthing. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Earthing feels important because also at the heart of your issue are an abundance of emotions. And when I'm looking at this particular card, all of a sudden, I'm thinking of the myth of the churning of the seas. It's part of Hindu mythology, yogic mythology, and when there is a fullness, an abundance, a saturation of water, it can be very difficult to know which direction to go and how to make an informed decision. And this could be one of the reasons why you're feeling so scattered, why you are on this long journey looking for peace of mind. So I would make a list of grounding practices, something that feels safe and resonates with you, something that is familiar. And then, sorry, I have to sneeze. Quite the morning. Food. It is important that you are aware of grounding food as well. So, for example, if you are on a raw vegan diet at the time, that is not going to support this at all. It's real. Thank you, Saskia. It's really important to feel the richness of the food. If you're eating lots of veggies, they need to be cooked, and like in stews and soups and things like that, to help make you feel, So this is your big theme, being rooted and being grounded this year. So the fourth card is a 3. It's the 3 of Wands. And then this is a 7 of Cups. First appearance of this card in this set of readings. And, you know, in some aspects, the 7 of Cups is such a beautiful card because it helps us to dream and to be in that place of wish fulfillment and wonder and magic. But it does have this aspect of taking that all too far. It can be connected with using medicinals to get to that place. And this is one of the greatest lessons that I have tried to share, especially when I'm working with circles of young people, and that is, we can find that buzzy, connected feeling with spirit without hallucinogenics, whether they are of old plant form or modern chemicals, without extreme measures. And if you have a great teacher, you can find your way to connection with spirit through drumming, in other ways. I mean, there's spinning, breathing. There are so many ways, and I feel that in a temperance year, you want to find a way. I almost feel like, there's a purification here that is really important to all of this. Now, the 3 of Wands it's a lovely card, and it makes me think that you indeed, I feel like you're a bit lost, actually. Like the direction you are wanting to go, what the next step is, how you're going to manage 2025 is a bit discombobulating. And there is a real need to gain some focus here. So if I go back and I think about that card on the bottom of the pile, the monsters that are in the sea, and I know Amelia made a comment about that, and how in reality, well, in the picture, the artwork anyway, that distant shore is not so far off. So I feel like you have yourself all worked up over something that through care and attention and mindfulness, you will be able to navigate fine on your own. And the first steps are in earthing, grounding, rooting, connecting, and not letting yourself get carried away with feelings of being scattered. I feel like Temperance being connected to Sagittarius also energy also wants to do things quickly and exuberantly. And so this is kind of a test for you this year to find your path, your solutions in a different style, in a different way. Connecting with nature, your garden, animals. And it's funny, I've never really had that feeling with the Three of Wands before. And there's something about that Three of Wands, Six of Swords. There's a longing energy to get to that other shore. And I want to encourage you to be patient. I want to encourage you to be patient. So another water card. Page of Cups. Youthful energy, which is a good thing, right? It's a good thing, but I want to go back to the beginning, okay? So you started with this very grounded card. Which is at the heart, the theme of your reading for 2025, in conjunction with Temperance. Take charge of your life. Maybe this is part of the message as well, too. Be the one who is responsible for the direction that your life is going. Be in wonder of the simplicity and the beauty of life. And both the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles have a very similar gesture and a stance, the way that they are in the space of the outdoors. The Nine of Pentacles, in its positive qualities and connections to Venus, it is a Venusian decan in a lunar number, and it is it can feel excessive and maybe excessively grounding and connected for you. And so there's some slippery slopes here that I'm picking up on, because especially of the card that's down below it. And it wouldn't surprise me if the devil is also a part of this reading, that you're really having difficulty making good decisions. the Ten of Cups as a 10 is a good sign in that it should bring some assurance as a 10 that this is all going to come to some resolution this year, and you will find your way. You will navigate your way across these rocky waters, these wavy waters, and you will make it past and through the monsters that may or may not be your friends. So why are you having a hard time navigating this fine line? And I guess this is the lesson of temperance, that with all this water here, I'm thinking, okay, so let's go to also fire as well, but cautiously. And I think this is the point that came up at the very beginning, was in a hermit year, we want to be mindful to not spend too much time inside the cave, metaphorically speaking. So light your candle, do your firework as well. And with the nature of this reading, I would be doing at least a weekly check-in of how am I doing this week as far as balancing my active life with my receptive life. How am I doing with my grounding practices, and contrasting that with me being overzealous in mental activity. You will be fine as long as you are conscious and you're making good efforts at being aware of these harmonies in your life frequently. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this a step later, reveal the last 3 cards, as well as create a sigil with the transparent tarot for you in part 2. So if you want to take this a step further, please follow me to part 2, and I will begin as soon as I am set up. Okay? And thank you all so much for chiming in this morning and being a part of this conversation. Namaste.